What is going on, guys? This is Esquilo here. Welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. This time is against Magnitude, so definitely check out his channel. Amazing content creator. And this is with my new team. I made a team around Tapulele and around Tapulele and Serena because I started using Serena on channel and I legit loved it, so I had to make a team. And I made a team around Serena and Tapulele since Serena hits more on the physical side and Tapulele hits more on the special side. So we have a leftover Serena. We have a little Merak because basically it checks circuitries and Tapu Koko. So I can't, and as you guys can see, my team suffers a lot against those guys. So I kinda need a check to that. Then I have a Lola Alakazam, no, Mega Alakazam. I have my own Celesteela because otherwise Tapuleles would run through me. I have my Mandibus for defog and I have my Choice Specs Tapulele because basically it's the best Pokemon around right now, at least for me. As for Magnitude's team, he has his Lycanroc, his Primarina, Tapu Koko, Como, Komana, and his own Celesteela. So looking at his team, only Lycanroc gets Stealth Rocks. I don't think that Celesteela gets Stealth Rocks. So I'm gonna lead with my Serena and hopefully I'll force it out and I can go for a U-turn. I am a leftover Serena. I didn't know what item to put on her if Choice banded Life Orb, so I just went with leftovers because I could get some health back and that could help me leave some hits. So who knows? So he starts off with his Lycanroc, as I do start off with my Serena, my Tsundrina, and I'm just gonna go for a U-turn thinking that he might switch out, but he doesn't. He goes for straight up for a Fire Fang, and luckily he doesn't get the burn, and I go for a U-turn and I deal some damage. Had I gone for a drop kick, I'll probably kill this thing or put it down to his sash. So I'm gonna go into Alakazam and I'm gonna double back right here. I'm gonna make a double into my Marowak, thinking that he might want to go into his Celesteela to take on a potential Psychic or something. But unfortunately for me, he stays in and he just goes for Nestle Rock, trying to deal as much damage as he can to my Alakazam. So at this point I'm like, okay, things are not starting off that great for me, so I'm gonna switch out right here and I'm gonna go into Celesteela because I know I can take an Acid Rock pretty easily, and I can force him out because Heavy Slam definitely kills this thing. So I get my leftovers back and I'm thinking that he's gonna switch out once again and I'm just gonna go for a lead sheet, but he surprised me here. He goes for the taunt and I'm like, okay, this early game he's completely dominating me just with his Lycanroc. I already had to use 4 Pokemon against a single Lycanroc and that is insane. So I'm just gonna go for a Heavy Slam. He never, apart from his own Celesteela, he really doesn't have much that switch out, and he stays in. He goes for the Fire Fang. Luckily for me, he doesn't burn, and Heavy Slam is definitely a one hit KO on this Lycanroc. So Lycanroc is out of the picture, but it's not all that great because he did a lot of damage to my Celesteela, to my Marowak and my Serena. So that is not great. I could have avoided a lot of that. I could have easily gone just from U-turn into Celesteela instead of going into Alakazam, then a little Marowak. So he goes into his Tapu Koko and I'm like, I have a little Marowak, but I can't really stay in because Celesteela can still deal a lot of damage, but he actually makes a great play. He doubles out into his own Primarina, so amazing play on his end as I go out into my Marowak, but this allows me to get a bit more leftovers on Marowak anyways, and keeping me healthy, and I can just easily just switch out back. I think I go back into my Celesteela because there isn't much that this Primarina can do unless he gets a burn with Scald. So I'm gonna go into my Celesteela since I am a special defensive set, just to take on Tapuleles, as he goes for the Ice Beam. So pretty nice because it doesn't really do much, and I can just go for the. I could have gone for a Protect here, or I could have just gone for the Leech Hit. I think I go for the Leech Hit right here as he stays in. He goes for the Scald Burn, trying to get that burn, and wouldn't you know, he gets the Scald Burn. I can't really complain much because Scald, as you guys know, burns all the time, but he was fishing for that burn, he got the burn. So I just go for my lead sheet, and here I was thinking hard because I knew that he might want to try and switch out So I'm like, do I protect or do I just go for the leeching? But I was really tempted to go for leeching, but I ended up just pressing protect just so I could get some health back, because with nerf burn this generation, burn and leftovers negate each other, so I wouldn't gain health because of leeching. So I just decided to go for the protect instead of the leeching, and he goes into Tapu Koko, and I'm like, you're just gonna go for another double? If not, I'll just sack my Celesteela and bring something to revenge kill this thing. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stay in. I'm just going to go for the lead sheet. I can see what's that if he's U-turn, he could be physical. If he's Volt Switch, I can see if he's Specs or Life Orb, and it shows me the Life Orb, so I know that this thing now is not faster than my Alakazam, which is pretty nice. And he goes into his Komala, and here I'm thinking, does he know what Serena does? I'm gonna go into my Serena. I can get some leftovers back, and I can one-hit KO this Komala with the high jump kick, provided that I don't miss. So I'm hoping that he doesn't have protect, or that he doesn't know what Serena does. He stays in, he doesn't have protect, I go for a high jump kick, and this completely drops that Komala dead. So Serena is just here, my Serena is just here, kicking all these guys in the face like, I don't need you. So we get some leftovers back, which is pretty nice, and here he's gonna bring in his combo, and I'm like, if I switch out, he can just set up. I know combo doesn't hit super hard, but if he sets up, it could be a problem. So I'm just gonna stay in. If he kills me, he kills me. If he doesn't kill me, so be it. He shows me that he's not. No, I was gonna say that he's not Jolly. I think he's Adamant Nature, because I think I'm Adamant as well. So I just go for Dropkick, because Dropkick has 100% chance every time it hits. Which is every time, because it has 100% accuracy. It always drops your attack. So I just went for it, hoping that to see if he was Dragon Dance set, because if he was trying to set up right there. That was sharing my mind. So he goes for Poison Jab, which means that he's probably Dragon Claw, Sky Uppercut, and the Poison Jab with Dragon Dance. So Trina drops here, but she did her job, and what I can do right now is I can go into my Alakazam, and I will see if this guy is Adamant or Jolly, because with the new buff to Megas, I don't need to protect to get my speed, which means that as soon as I Mega Evolve, I will already have 150 base speed, which means that I can outspeed +1's base 80s. So, and if the Komo is Adamant, he'll be below base 80 speed, which means that I will outspeed. Tracy's bulletproof, which could be nice if he has like something with Shadow Ball, I don't know, something on his similar Shadow Ball, and Psychic completely drops this combo, which is pretty cool. So at this point we're kinda even. I already lost count of how much it is, and he brings in his Celesteela, and this is the one mod that is stopping me from winning at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my low Marowak, because I basically resist everything unless he has Earthquake, and I don't think people been running Earthquake so far. So he goes for Heavy Slam, and it does a lot of damage because Celesteela is super heavy. But I do get my leftovers back, and I think here I just go for the Will-O-Wisp, because he still has a Primarina in the back, and Celesteela is his only way to win, because I still have my Tapu Lele and my Alakazam in the back. So he goes into his Primarina. Fortunately for me, I do land the Will-O-Wisp, which is pretty nice, which means that at this point I can easily sack my Mandibuzz, because unfortunately I don't have Taunt on Mandibuzz, because if I did have Taunt I could somewhat stop the Celesteela, and he still has the whatchamacallit, the Tapu Koko in the back. So I'm gonna save my Marowak, and I'm just gonna sack Mandibuzz, because he didn't put up rocks, so Mandibuzz is not really needed in this match, so he can just kill my Mandibuzz here. He goes for Scald, and it does a bit of damage, and he gets another burn. Not that it really matters, because at this point I'm just sacking my Mandibuzz. So I'm just gonna go for a foul play. If he wants to go into Tapu Koko, so be it. Even if he kills me, he'll either kill me with Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch, and that would mean that if he goes for Thunderbolt, I'll just bring my Marowak back, and I'll just go for a Shadow Ball on something. I go for foul play just to deal as much damage as I can and put this thing in range of my Tapu Lele, because I still don't see his item. I'm pretty sure that at this point that he might be Assault Vest. I don't really know what Primarinas run. This is the second battle that I see Primarina. I still don't know what item they are. I know that they're not locked, they're not leftovers, so they are probably Assault Vest. So I'm going to go into my Lindley, and I'm just gonna go for a psychic because the only thing that can take a psychic at this point is his cell stealer, and depending on what investment he has, it might be a 2-hit KO if he doesn't, if he's like a more defensive set and doesn't have much HP or much defense. I might be able to 2-hit KO it. So he brings in his cell stealer right here, and I still have my whatchamacallit, my Marowak in the back, and that is exactly who I'm gonna go around into. He could go for Leech, but fortunately for me, he just goes for Navy Slam, and I say fortunately, but it still hurts a bit on my Marowak, which is not ideal. And I think that here I just go for the Shadow Bone on the Tapu Koko, because at this point Celesteela is 100% his win condition, and he goes into Tapu Koko, and I'm just hoping that I can kill him with a Shadow Bone. I am more special defensive, so I don't really have much HP or much investment on my Marowak. So I'm gonna go for the Flare Blitz actually, and it's not enough to take him out, and unfortunately I'm not sure if Shadow Bone would have taken him out from that range. So I kinda gotta go for another Flare Blitz, as he goes for the Dazzling Limb. It does a lot of damage, and I go for a Flare Blitz to take out this thing, and with Recoil I'm more than in range of Heavy Slam. So maybe if I went for Shadow Bone, I would have probably still be able to leave a Heavy Slam from Celesteela, but I am not entirely sure, so I can't really say for sure. So, but basically this happens because early game, those my misprediction against Lycanroc cost me a lot of health from Marowak, so now that is why I'm only now at 25% more than range for Heavy Slam. He goes for Heavy Slam, he kills me, but at this point all I gotta do is bring in my Lin. I do have HP Fire, but I didn't calc. I should have probably calced, but I didn't calc, and I actually thought that the Choice Spec Psychic would have done more than the HP Fire on the Celesteela. So I just went for Psychic. Very bad play on my end. I should have definitely gone for HP Fire, but now I know that HP Fire does more than Psychic, even in Psychic terrain and Choice Spec. He goes for Heavy Slam. If he doesn't have any attack investment, it's a roll to kill me, but it's a roll on his favor, so I can't really complain about him killing me. So he only showed the Heavy Slam so far, so I still don't know what kind of other moves. I'm imagining he has Flamethrower, Leech Shield, and Protect, basically a standard Celesteela. So I'm gonna go into my Aizen, the Alakazam, and I know I can leave a Heavy Slam because Alakazam gets a bit more bulk afterwards, after Mega Evolves. So, but he shows me the Protect right here, and this was like, okay. I just pressed Psychic because I'm still thinking that Psychic actually does more than the HP Fire. So my play here should be 100% go for the Either Power Fire, because it would definitely 2-hit kill this thing. I go for Psychic, it does a lot of damage, but it's not enough. And he goes for the Heavy Slam, and I know I would have lived that. Not that well, but I knew I could have lived unless he created me. And here I know that he's gonna go for Protect, but I'm just gonna press Either Power Fire just in case he thinks that he can still live. But he shows me the Protect right here, and I'm like, okay, I just threw Either Power Fire. No, actually I go for Psychic again. Why did I go for Psychic again? I could have thrown the game right here. So what I'm gonna do here is, he should be in range of HP Fire right now. I'm gonna go for the HP Fire because just see if he does a little more. He gets the double Protect off, and at this point I'm like, are you serious? He got the double Protect off at the most important moment of the game. That is insane. But I'm like, oh my god, you can't be serious. So the Psychic terrain goes away, and I'm just gonna fire off Either Power Fire, and I'm like, oh, please kill. I see the HP power go down, and it stops at 1 or 2 HP. I don't even know. That was that was insanity. That double Protect won him the game. That was, oh my god, I don't even have words. Another battle down to the wire. Oh my god. He got the double Protect off, and there's nothing I can do. He got some Scald Burns, but it's the game we play. I can't really complain. It was a great battle. My early game plays was just terrible, was just pretty bad. I should have probably just gone straight from the user, just straight into my Celesteela on the Like Rock, instead of going to Alakazam and then have to double out into my Marowak. But it is what it is. I lost this game. Magnitude won because he made the better plays. He got the double protect off. He had to go for it. It was his only way to win, and he did go. It paid off for him, unfortunately for me, and that is it. There is nothing I can do, but this was the battle. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out Magnitude's channel. I'll leave his Twitter link and his YouTube link in the description as well. And as always, I will be catching you guys next time. So, peace!